Hi, Reagan here.
Stacy with Pluck Coaching. Wanted to check in with everybody a little bit about your circle. Making sure that the team that you have around you is diverse, that they're supportive, and that they push you to that next level. We talk a whole lot about, and many of you are in that same boat, of surrounding yourself with your family, right? We know for a fact that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time around. And if 2 of those people are your toddler and your dog, you're not going to see a whole lot of personal or professional growth. You're going to see love and you're going to see snuggles and all of that gross licking and food and all that stuff. But personal growth and professional development may not be in that mix. Same thing with your spouse. Your spouse might be the most supportive person that you've got, and hopefully they are the most supportive person that you've got there in your corner. But they're not going to push you to grow. They're going to push you to be happy, and they're going to push you to be comfortable, and they're going to push you to be available to do their laundry and all those things. So they're not going to necessarily say, oh, skip the meal planning and go work on your business. Or here, let me take the kids and you go get your social media posts ready. So the topic and the reason that we bring this up, I call it a success team. But who are those people who are around you who inspire you? Who's making you reach? Who's making you stretch? Especially in Beauty Counter, maybe I'll let you talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are surrounded by other Beauty Counter people. Mm-hmm. But who do you have in your circle who's bringing a unique and different perspective? Who's looking at your Beauty Counter business model and saying, hey, in my world, here's how I close the deal, or here's how I get new people on board?
Yes, even if they're not consultants. So I can give the example of a couple of months, or maybe 3 or 4 months ago, I brought together a group of women who I admired that were entrepreneurs outside of Beauty Counter. So they're not Beauty Counter consultants, I should say. So Stacy, you are incredible with your coaching business. My friend Jennifer with her Wagyu beef business, Rita with she does everything, real estate, and Julie with her chiropractic business. And there's a couple other ones, but there's examples all outside of there. And so we would just meet once a month to have lunch, but we would talk about ask the questions of you just said, like, how are you getting new clients? Like, what's going on in your world? And so forth. And it's been amazing. And from that, we've created a group even outside of that. And with me, you, and our office mate, Onawa and Mercedes, that's even made us all grow even more. So it's
incredible,
awesome.
Right? The diversity. And that's the key. Purposeful diversity that you go out there, you find, and you figure out how can they add value, and trust in yourself that you're adding value to that team. So some of the things, we've been very lax with schedule. We always introduce anyone new, right? People are welcome to bring new people to the crew. We always introduce anyone new and kind of run around and just everyone says who they are, what they are, hand out business cards, whatever. We get that out of the way. Then it's just, how are things? What's going on? Hey, how's your event coming for next week? How did it go last week? How can we support each other? How can we help with a win? Naturally things come up like, oh, did you deal with this thing with the PTO? Or how's your husband and that situation going on? Or your ex? Or, all of those issues, the issues that we deal with, right? And just having, it really is, it's a mastermind, a mastermind of people. And it doesn't have to be just women. You can bring men into this. Anyone who brings you out of your shell, anyone who does it and does it in a comfortable way. We're not talking mass networking. There's usually 4 or 5 of us at a table. We all, no host lunch. We grab our lunch and we sit down and we visit. It really isn't anything formal. And that, I think, is where the magic is, right? That is where real, honest conversation comes. Trust. I might not know everyone at that table really well, but when somebody I trust brings someone new in, I automatically trust them and I want to get to know them better. We talk a lot about that doesn't necessarily equate to a big personal friendship in the end.
Yeah.
But I know that I've made business connections.
Mm-hmm.
They've connected with me, and I've connected them with other people that I know. We're now a little team, and we're a resource for each other. And the value of that, I just can't understate. You don't have to do it as a lunch. It can be a group text message. It can be a Facebook chat.
Mm-hmm.
It can be coffee or wine or beer. It can be whatever you guys want. What I want to encourage you is to make sure you're reaching outside your normal circle, and especially for those of you who are spending your time behind a laptop at home with your family all day, every day. Make sure you have some variety and make it purposeful. Find those people who you admire in your community. It can be a cousin, it can be a sibling, it can be a business. Reach out to them. People are always flattered when you say, I would really love to just buy you coffee and ask how you built this.
Mm-hmm.
Think of NPR's How I Built This, but do it locally. Like, find somebody you admire, whether it's your coffee shop, local boutique, anything, and ask them if you can pick their brain, and everyone will make time for that.
Oh, yeah.
I never have time for the things I want to do, but I always have time when people want to pick my brain. So,
yeah. And think about, the value. You end up providing each other value often. But
always.
Also, think about the relationships that could come out of that, because you kind of develop that trust. And on top of that, the ideas that you get out of it. You're like, oh, you did that when you first started? I never thought about that in context to my business, So you're going to generate ideas, and then hopefully it may end up with some kind of collaboration at some point too. So,
and potentially a client
yeah.
consultant.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win-win. Get out there, go find your team. Bye.